Netanyahu came to town. I think it's very significant that he's the first foreign leader to come to town. Anyone watching the press conference, he looks like the cat who ate the canary. He has that grin on his face. But I think, you know, I watched it happen when the press conference happened last night, when Trump gave his speech, which, by the way, uncharacteristically, he read from a sheet rather than speaking extemporaneously. But the world of X was shocked. And this is not just people who are critical of the government of Israel's behavior, but a lot of pro-Israeli people were shocked about this, about what Trump said. And I think it also gives a hint, Dr. Paul, as to what Trump's envoy might have told the Israelis just before the inauguration to get a ceasefire. Hey, listen, guys, go along with this. Let's have a ceasefire. I'll look good coming into office. And when the smoke clears, you guys can have Gaza. No big deal. Now, that's speculation, but a lot of people were making that speculation.
The U.S. will take over the Gaza Strip, and we will do a job with it, too. We'll own it and be responsible for dismantling all of the dangerous unexploded bombs and other weapons on the site, level the site and get rid of the destroyed buildings, level it out, create an economic development that will supply unlimited numbers of jobs and housing for the people of the area. Do a real job, do something different. Just can't go back. If you go back, it's going to end up the same way it has for 100 years.
It's interesting that he did read from that. Those were not his words, and you could tell because he stumbled over them. We will take it over, we will own it, which is something strange in international relations.
Would Palestinians have the right to return to Gaza if they left while the rebuilding was happening?
It would be my hope that we could do something really nice, really good, where they wouldn't want to return. Why would they want to return? The place has been hell. It's been one of the meanest, toughest places on earth. And right now, I've seen every picture from every angle, better than if I were there. And nobody can live there. You can't live there. So if we can build them through massive amounts of money supplied by other people, very rich nations, and they're willing to supply it. If we can build something for them in one of the countries, and it could be Jordan, it could be Egypt, it could be other countries, and you could build 4 or 5 or 6 areas. It doesn't have to be one area, but you take certain areas and you build really good quality housing, like a beautiful town, like someplace where they can live and not die. Because Gaza is a guarantee that they're going to end up dying. The same thing's going to happen again. It's happened over and over again, and it's going to happen again as sure as you're standing there, Peter. So I hope that we could do something where they wouldn't want to go back. Who would want to go back? They've experienced nothing but death and destruction.
And here he is sitting next to the person who actually caused that death and destruction. It's just amazing to see the look on Netanyahu's face, that grin. He can't believe what's happening to him. Can't believe that the U.S. is going to go in there and do the ethnic cleansing and give it back to him. But it's just bizarre because it's acting like a bomb, you know, there was a natural disaster and everyone died, and, you know, he's sitting next to the guy who killed them all.
Yeah, I was thinking natural disaster. He was talking as if this was a hurricane on the Gulf Coast.
Yeah.
How are we going to help people
get them out of there? Yeah.
No, that is not encouraging. But that whole thing might backfire, and might be maybe what Netanyahu is thinking. Yeah, this is great, but maybe it's a little too much too fast. Yeah. Maybe it's a little too much for the American people.
Yeah.
And maybe it's a little too much for the Committee to Government Efficiency, because he admits that we're going to be involved.
You know, I just wonder maybe if Trump is misreading the room, i.e. misreading the country. Because you remember a couple of weeks ago we cited that poll saying that 53% of all Americans think that the U.S. is giving too much military aid to Israel. So America is going one way on our relationship with Israel, and Trump seems to be going so far in the other direction. You're right. I mean, that's a good point. Netanyahu looks surprised, like, what? Not so fast. Not so fast, because he's no dummy. He's evil, but he's not a dummy. He probably realizes this could be Trump's Vietnam, putting a bunch of American troops right in the heart of the Middle East, surrounded by Arab Muslim countries who don't want them there. This could be a nightmare.